Hello, my name is Harry Bennett. Welcome to the 2023 Memorial Day Parade right here in Friendly Valley. They'll be coming down the streets here in just a few minutes, we hope, and I'll give you a little idea of what it's going to look like. The parade starts up here at Scenic Hills off of Rainbow Glen, and then it will run down across Scenic Hills along Avenue of the Oaks, which is right here, and it'll end up all the way down the street at the end of the Circle of the Oaks. At 1 o'clock, there will be a Memorial Day service in the auditorium to remember our deceased veteran loved ones and all those who had helped our country stay safe. So I hope you stay along for that. You'll get to see the up close a number of people. The Grand Marshal will be here. He's a great guy. He's been in 2 wars. You'll see and hear a lot of things today. Just remember those who are no longer with us. Thank you very much. My name's Harry Bennett, and I'll be talking to you throughout the parade. Thank you. Well, here they come. The first entry today is the fire department. It's station 150. I gotta say hello to Maria on the front desk. She was very helpful in giving me information about this. The battalion chief is Randy Perry. The driver of the Suburban back here, Don Holzer. Hey, Don. Looking good. Followed by security, of course. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you, Jay. That's Jay. He's a Elvis impersonator when he's not working out with the security. Hey, the Grand Marshal. Roger, how you doing, Roger? Oh, that came up on me quick. I do. Gary Simpson. There you go. Hey guys, looking nice, looking great. That's a beautiful old white. Oh no. Okay, here we go. We've got someone with a dog here. Could this be someone I know? Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Happy Memorial Day. Now coming up, the Cub Scouts. Happy Memorial Day.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Hey, this is the Boy Scouts at St. Clair's Church. Troop leader of 58 and Pack 58 for 40 years is Bill Ammer. There's Bill. Oh, too late. Happy Memorial Day. And here's some friends and family from the Boy Scouts and a few Cub Scouts.
Talk about these.
Old West Lodge. Here. Old West Lodge. Coming up here, here's the Old West Lodge, number 813, Newhall, California. Followed by an antique car. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them coming now. Didn't expect them this soon. Some of these cars are from the Santa Clarita Valley Antique Car Club. Bob Golden is the head guy there. Beautiful car. Look at, there's a V8. Beautiful Ford. We got some older ones in here. Wood siding. Hey, how you doing? Beautiful car. What make is that? It's real quiet, he says. Ooh. It's a beautiful Impala. This is a Chevy pickup here in silver. I'm going by what I see. I don't really have these written down here at the moment. Hey, how you doing? Nice little pickup. Good to see you. Now we've got the golf carts are coming up. Hi, how you doing? 4. I don't see your clubs. Beautiful. Great decorations here for the golf course. I hope you don't play in those clothes. All over the place. Hey, how you doing? And they go all out here this year. Hi. Joanne Cruz is in charge of this. All the beautiful golf carts. Hey. Hey, how you doing?
Morning, guy.
Good morning.
Thanks everybody for coming out on a beautiful day.
Oh yeah, you got your clubs with you?
Yeah.
Oh, thought you ran out of gas, but
down,
it's
slow down,
electric.
slow down.
Slow down, slow down.
Good morning, everybody. I should say, good afternoon, everybody. It's 1 o'clock.
It's morning
Anyways.
somewhere, don't worry about it.
Anyways, I want to welcome everybody here to our Memorial Day service. We're going to have several people be involved here, and I'd ask that you mute your phones, please. We have video going to be taping and audio, and I'll be doing the MC. My name is Gary Simpson. I'm the commander of the Veterans Club here at Friendly Valley, and I just want to welcome everybody this morning. We're going to have the ROTC come in a second, and we're going to do the pledge to the flag, and then John Swinfer, is going to sing along with us the Star Spangled Banner. ROTC is coming in. Would everybody stand, please?
Ace. Present. Colors. Pledge allegiance
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
Indivisible, with liberty and
justice for all.
God.
I was asked to sing the Star Spangled Banner and accompany on the piano. And the piano is supposed to be right over here somewhere. And then they have a new one coming in that isn't quite ready for performance. So I've asked for a backup group. The Supremes weren't available. So the Men of Harmony will back me up, and we're going to ask you to remain standing if you're able and sing with us. Whether or not you're able, give it your full heart. Star Spangled Banner. Difficult song with beautiful, beautiful images and memories. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Again, I just want to welcome everybody here this morning. And I know we have several veterans in the audience. And the gentlemen, or the veterans from the Army, could you stand, please? Veterans from the Navy. Veterans from the Marine Corps. Veterans from the Air Force. Is there anybody here from the Coast Guard? Thank you, everybody. You can please sit down. Now we have a very special guest. He's sitting to my right, and his name is Roger Embla. He's our Grand Marshal in the parade. For you that saw him today, he was in the parade. Roger is 90-something. He wouldn't tell me how old he is, but he's going to talk to you just for a few minutes about his 30-year, is it? 20-year.
26 years. No, I had 30 year total years.
30-year career in the military. Roger.
Now, can everybody do it? Well, first of all, I'm going to welcome you to today's ceremony and thank you all for coming. I'm honored to be your Grand Marshal and speaking to you today on such an important occasion. We're here to honor the service members and remember the sacrifices they have made in honor of duty and country. I want to thank Gary Simpson and his crew for their hard work in organizing this ceremony, and my fantastic, loving wife for always helping me and being at my side. I shall give you some background on why I'm here. The organizers wanted a World War II veteran, and I was available. I served in the Army Air Corps from October 1943 to October 1945. It was a corps then, it was not a force. And I was in training most of the time. So, why am I in a Navy uniform? I always wanted to be a dentist. And I had the GI Bill coming with 6 years of college, tuition free plus $75. You can't beat that. And therefore, I graduated from the University of Minnesota in 1951 with a DDS degree. I had no money to start a practice, so I followed my dad and my granddad into the Navy. I was commissioned a lieutenant junior grade in the dental corps September 1951. And after finishing my officer's training at Great Lakes Naval Training Center, I was assigned to the USS Kearsarge, an attack carrier, in 1952. After training in San Diego, where I was then, along with the medical officer and the engineering officer, we were sent to Frenchman's Flats, Nevada, where the atomic testing was, and we were atomic officers on board the Kearsarge. A little bit of thing. But after we finished our training, in San Diego, we departed for Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. It was in a territory. And it was the tallest building in town was Sears Roebuck. And the only hotels that were there was the Royal Hawaiian, the Moana, and the Surfrider. That was it. All the way to Diamond Head was free beach. Yeah, look at it now. Go downtown LA, it's the same thing. Okay, after Western Sea, we into combat with Task Force 77. Task Force 77 consisted of 4 carriers in the form of a cross and 21 destroyers around us to protect us from incoming people, and a number of submarines. They never tell you how many submarines because it's a secret service. The mission was to bomb the bridges over the Yalu River, which separates North Korea from China, and to give support to the troops on the ground. We had Banshees, these were jets in F-9F jets. We also had AD-17 Skyraider bombers. They were a single engine bomber. Now get this, they could take the same bomb load off of an 800-foot flight deck that the World War II bombers did with 4 engines and thousands of feet of takeoff space. Yeah, and okay, I gotta get my notes here, sorry. Korea is a peninsula and the railroad tracks run on the ocean sides, of course, where it's level. And the AD-17s would bomb several miles of track on each raid. Recon photos, and then planes would go back over a few hours later and they'd find out that the supply trains to the Chinese, who did most of the fighting, were running. So they said, wow, we'll outfox them. Every other bomb, we'll put a time fuse on it and make it so it'll bury itself in the ground. So that's what they did. Well, they sent over the recon planes, and the Chinese had so many people, yes, it killed the crews. They bombed the tracks. They came in, repaired the tracks, bam, bombs on hold went off, killed the crews. But the Chinese had so many people that the pilots would tell me, and I was right next door to pilots, so I was talking with him, had his patients on the ship, that they'd stack up their dead like cordwood. Now we never did that. We couldn't do that with our press and everything, and of course we wouldn't want to do that, but that just shows you what, when you have over 1 billion people, what you could do. I have to get my notes when you're 97, you know, you gotta take your little time. My battle station on the carrier was in the Admiral's waiting room, just below the flight deck and just after the forward elevator. I had a medical corpsman and we were trained as triage in case of if they got in. But our combat air patrol, every carrier group, even today, has a carrier air patrol. And one of the carriers, or whatever, now they have so many carriers. Our carrier was only about 900 feet long. I think now they're over 1,000 feet, and they're all nuclear powered. We, of course, we're diesel powered, diesel fuel powered. But anyway, our combat air patrol shot down these Chinese pilots coming in. But again, this is 1952, so we had pilots from World War II that were still in the Navy, that stayed in the Navy. And you can't beat, just in life, you can't beat anything. There's no substitution for experience. And these pilots would take down these MiGs. The MiGs were coming after us. But they would shoot them down, and they'd turn around and go back. So we didn't have to do any triage. But after the battle was over, carriers are very, well, what do I want to say? Not unsafe, but there's all kinds of things going on, if you'll notice in the newsreels. And we had casualties. Every time there'd be casualties, somebody would say the next aircraft coming in has hung ordnance. That means that one of the bombs had not left the track. Well, these will go down when the aircraft grabs a tail hook. Okay, it stops, it's coming in, say 80 knots, 80, 90 miles an hour. It grabs the tail hook, and if you know physics, laws of physics, the bomb then breaks loose and goes down the flight deck over into, you can't outrun them, but some of the guys think they can, and of course, that's where you get severe damage, meaning death. And then all kinds of other things can happen. But anyway, I was asked by the medical department to come in and do the dental exams on the people that were killed, and so that they wouldn't be sent a telegram, you know, we regret to inform you that your son was killed or whatever in action. So that was one of my things to do. And along with my daily patient load, I would get at the time the possibilities that the 21 destroyers around us needing dental help and bad dental help. You can't have a sonarman or a person with the destroyers that are protecting us with all this equipment, radar and sonar, with a toothache. They just can't concentrate. So they'd send us alongside. They'd swing them over to boatswain's chair, and then they'd pick up fuel oil from us also, because we carried over 1 million gallons of fuel oil. So the destroyers would take on some of that. And I had 45 minutes to get these people all ready to go and get back in the boatswain's chair, and swung over to the destroyer so they could get back in our destroyer screen. But I'll tell you something. I had an MD anesthesiologist, and I had a battle hospital that was fully equipped. So, you know, in 18-year-olds, you cut their head off and they won't die. I mean, there's no substitution for youth, I'll tell you. So when I look back on some of the surgeries that I did, I say, wow, did I do that? Well, I did, because I was the guy there to do it. The other thing is that I was released from active duty in 1953, and I stayed in the active reserve, and I was commanding officer of a company at Chavez Ravine Training Center during the Vietnam War. I had several men finish their enlistments. In those days, there were still drafts going on, as you probably know. And they finished their enlistments in my company. I also was in charge of the ensign program in the dental schools at the University of Southern California and UCLA. I was also served on selection boards in Washington, D.C. for promotions for lieutenant commanders, and captains in the Navy. I finished out my career. I've got to refer to my notes. Even without my glasses, I want you to see. But I got 2 plastic eyes anyway, as most people do. But I finished up as amphibious warfare staff dental officer, and I had 26 dental departments under my command on board ship. All the ships that are big have dental officers on board, the smaller ships do not. I retired in 1985 with the rank of captain in the United States Navy. I'm very proud of my service, I'm very proud of our country, and I'm very proud of all of you. We're really tops, don't ever sell yourself short. Again, thank you for coming and honoring the memory of all our heroic men, because those are the guys that paid the price that make it possible for us to have what we have. So again, thank you, and I apologize for my inabilities. You know, Lincoln said, if you don't say anything, people might think you're stupid, but if you open your mouth, it'll remove any doubt. Well, I opened my mouth.
Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Roger. It was great. We now have another guest speaker, and he is a retired city councilman. His name is Tim Van Seifert. Tim, would you come up?
Okay, try and get that in the right position there. I want to thank Commander Gary Simpson for the introduction, and also the Friendly Valley Veterans Club for your invitation to come speak. It is truly an honor to come before you and speak today. I know that he said I'm a retired city council person, but you know, a politician is never really retired as long as there's an election coming up. Don't take that as an announcement that I might run. I'm going to have to look at the districts and see if that's a possibility. I do first want to thank the captain for telling us, reminding us what the war can, war can involve, and all the sacrifices and all the things that come with putting your life on the line. And I wanted to come here today, and the thing I want to say is I'm here to thank all of you for being here. And the reason is because it's Memorial Day. What are we remembering? We are remembering the service, and in particular, the service of the people who gave everything. They gave their ultimate, that gave their lives. Some of them incredibly young people. And that that began with the beginning of the country. I know that I have Senator John Thune said this, and I wanted to do this quote because it kind of tied it in. He says, "I believe that our flag is more than just cloth and ink. It's a universally recognized symbol that stands for liberty and freedom. It is the history of our nation, and it is marked by the blood of those who died defending it." Our country was created with people who are willing to trade their lives and their blood for freedom. And that's the only way it will remain free, is if we have people that will stand up to do that. And I remember right after 9/11, where people were grasping in this emergency, where someone from outside came and attacked America on our own soil for the first time, and thousands of people died, innocent people died by an enemy that we didn't know anything about at the time. And something wonderful actually happened to our country for a short period of time. Everyone was trying to express how they felt, whether they were new to the country and just came, or whether they'd been here for generations. Everyone was trying to express how they felt about being a country, and the thing that they picked was the flag. And if you remember at the time, people who had flags put them up immediately, and then people who didn't have flags tried to find them, and they were nowhere to be found. And when they eventually started getting flags, people were selling them on the street corner. And it was at that time, way before I thought of doing the political thing, that I got a flag and started wearing it on my lapel. And that's why I wear it on lapel still. I try to wear it every day so that I can be reminded of that flag, because it was paid for by the blood of people who are willing to do it. So today, I just want to thank all of you for taking the time out of your day to remember, because those people that go to sacrifice and those people that go out there and say, I'll give my life for the country, one of the reasons they do it is for the freedom and also for knowing that people would value it and remember those people that didn't come back. So thank you for being here and remembering those people. And I won't take any more of your time, only to say that may God bless all of you for being here, and may God bless America.
Thank you, Tim. Now we have our wonderful group to our left here, Men of Harmony. They're going to sing a couple songs for us. Men. You want to come up here? And those are the great armed forces of America. Thank you. Thank you, Men of Harmony. As Tim Ben mentioned in his little talk, today, you know, this is Memorial Day, and we're here for a very special reason. And as everybody knows, hundreds of thousands of people, men, women, lost their lives in the service and the protection of this country. A lot of you have given us names of relatives and friends that have died, and we're going to read those names. Mike and I will be here over the next few minutes, so please bear with us.
I think, can you hear me? I think Gary had me do this because he knew the captain was going to be here, and he needed a dental technician 3rd class to be his wingman.
And I couldn't ask for a better one.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Donald Ackerman. Jack Ackerman. John Ackerman. Charles Barney. Forrest H. Barnes. Clifford Beauregard. Lee Bell. Gerald Brawling. Greg Brooks. A.J. Campbell. Sid Chest. Ted Clark. Edward Collins. Edward Colton. James Michael Cunningham. Clifford Robert Dorivard. Robert Endress Sr. Les Foth. Jack Ferber. Ronald Gordon Fowler. Martin Flancer. Kenneth M. Goldblatt. Stanley J. Goldman. George Goodacre. Elmer F. Grimm. Michael L. Grimm. Bob Groves. Don Groves. Charlie Hall. Bernard B. Harrison. Donald E. Harrison. Dorsey W. Harrison. Homer C. Harper. Jack Harper. Glenn Elroy Henning. Terry Lee Hershey. John Imbach. Robert Jablonski. Lauren James. Ken Kearns. Carl Keller. Ben Krupowitz. Raymond Lambert. Jerry Levin. Francis Joseph Longworth. Martha A. McDonald. David McCullough. Dean McIntyre. Jim McDonald. Bruce McMorris. Oscar F. Meza. Helen Louise Montgomery. John Barnett Montgomery. Chuck Morris. Mark Morris. Alex N. Esparza. Adele J. Neubauer. Edward H. Neubauer. Carlo Oliva. Gordon Doug Robb. Phoebe Robertson. George J. Rowe. David A. Rosenquist. Eugene Rosenquist, Ronald L. Rosenquist, Ernest Roy, Nelson Roy, Leo Roy, X. Robert Royster, Donald M. Schauf, George Schauf, George Henry Schauf, Joseph Schauf, Melvin J. Schneider, Cy Seymour, Leonard Sheridan, Leon Shiwoloff, Benny Simonson, Martin Simonson, Daniel Solomon, Seymour Solomon, Bill Stubbs, Ernie Tellis, Donald Throw, Harry Buddy Wells, Harold Parks White, Luther Williams, Jim Williamson, John James Williamson, J.S. Willardson, Kenneth Wright, and Arthur Yates. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, we're getting near the end of our program, and it's time for benediction. And we have two gentlemen here, Pastor Stephen from the Methodist Church across the street. Pastor?
Got it, thank you. It's a privilege to be here today. I can feel that. You know something special is happening. It starts in your chest, goes up to your throat, comes to your eyes, and your spirit knows the reality of what is going on in this place. I would like you to take just a moment. You've heard names that some of y'all have turned in, but the ones that we have lost in our wars touch almost every family in America. So as I think of my family members lost, I want you to think of yours. And let's just take a moment and let that sink in. For those who have not returned to us, we give thanks. For those who have only returned partially to us, we give thanks. For those who are with us and teach us what all this means, we are grateful. We are blessed. Go and be a blessing to all. Share your heart. Share the wonder of your country. And let us join together and commit our lives to be a connected America. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Our next benediction is going to be given by Mike, and he represents the Jewish community. Mike?
God is the source of life, the fountain of all good. Death is not the end. The earthly body vanishes, The immortal spirit lives on with God. In our hearts also our loved ones never die. Their love and memory abide as a lasting inspiration, moving us to noble deeds and blessing us evermore. In humble gratitude for their life and love, and with steadfast faith, let us sanctify in God's name and say, Amen.
Thank you, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Jody, we would like you to play the taps. You can come up front if you wish. Thank you, Jody Malone. Okay, we're finishing up our program, and without the help of a lot of people, this program wouldn't have done as well as it has today. Special thanks to several people, and I've got a list of too many names to read right now, but you know who's helped. And again, I want to thank you very much for what you've done to help me and help the rest of us get this program together. Thank you, everybody. Now, what everybody's probably been waiting for is over to my right against the wall, there is refreshments. Please please help yourself to the refreshments. Thank you very much.